between the Delhi government and the centre just got worse. In an unprecedented video attack, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal claimed that the Prime Minister had masterminded the attack against his AAP MLA. He also went to the extent of claiming that the Prime Minister could even get him killed.
आने वाले समय में ये दमन बहुत गंदा होने वाला है। ये किसी भी हद तक जा सकते हैं, हमें मरवा भी सकते हैं, ये मुझे भी मरवा सकते हैं, कुछ भी कर सकते हैं। ये उन्होंने एक एक करके सारी पार्टी वालों को कुचल दिया। कभी देखते हो कांग्रेस की हिम्मत है आवाज उठाने की? किसी दूसरी पार्टी की हिम्मत है आवाज उठाने की? हर एक को कुचल दिया। जितने आंदोलन हो रहे हैं, दलितों की तस्वीरें आपने देखी हुई, दलितों ने आवाज उठाई, दलितों को कुचल दिया, रोहित वेमुला को कुचल दिया, किसानों को कुचल दिया, यूथ को कुचल दिया, स्टूडेंट्स को कुचल दिया। जितने हमारे ऊपर इन्होंने सब कुछ छोड़ दिया, हमें कुचलने में इन्होंने कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ी।
China continues with its border dares. A fresh transgression by China has been reported in Uttarakhand's Chamoli, a second border violation by China. An incident has come to light when Red Chinese soldiers had a raging face-off with the Indo-Tibetan border police before finally being turned back. This comes close on heels of China backing Pakistan and its terror proxies.
Backing for terrorists bleeding India, support for Pakistan, and now provocation on the ground. The dragon keeping the heat on Narendra Modi government. In the latest massive dare, Chinese troops intruded inside Chamoli's Barahoti in Uttarakhand. On 19th July, a Red Army platoon transgressed the Indian border, setting a full-scale border skirmish by facing off with ITBP personnel guarding India's border. The Red Army retreated when challenged by ITBP in an hour-long standoff. China has been repeatedly keeping the border tense, with its troops launching intrusions in multiple locations across the contested line of actual control. After crossing over in the past, Chinese foot patrols have written China on rocks inside Indian territory. After last week's intrusion, the ITBP sent a report to the centre. The border flare-up also led the state government to dispatch a team of officials to Chamoli.
कॉग्निजेंस लेनी है वो लेंगे और सूचना बिल्कुल सही। एक जो महत्वपूर्ण नाला है उसको उन्होंने टच नहीं किया है।
China has to also understand that somewhere they should be put onto a leash, and we should use all our diplomatic skills and all other skills to ensure that India remains empowered the way we are.
The fresh provocation comes as a major challenge for the Modi government, especially when the centre is ramping up as many as 73 roads of strategic significance on Indo-China border. Bureau Report, India Today.
Cow Brigade has struck again. Vigilantes who have appointed themselves as guardian of cows attacked two Muslim women for allegedly carrying beef. The attack by suspected Hindu Dal activists in the presence of cops echoed in the parliament as the opposition corners the government.
The Beef Brigade strikes again. Two women brutally thrashed, kicked, slapped and abused as cops remain mute spectators. In a shocking incident, self-proclaimed cow protectors thrashed two women in Madhya Pradesh over rumours that they were carrying beef. In a mobile phone video taken by one of the many spectators, the women are cornered by right-wing activists who can be heard screaming, "Gau Mata ki jai." Adding to the injury, turns out the women were only storing buffalo meat.
देखिए, कल दो घटनाएं हुई है और दोनों स्थानों पर दो महिलाएं
Cow vigilantism has dominated headlines and politics over the past few weeks. Only a couple of weeks ago, 4 Dalit youths were thrashed for skinning a cow in Gujarat, leading to protests across the nation. Bureau Report, India Today.
It is one of the worst violations of child rights that has been seen in recent times. A 3-year-old was snatched away from his mother and sent to prison. His only crime being that he was alone with his father in his house when the police came knocking at their doors to arrest his father on charges of robbery in Madurai.
One of the worst cases of child rights violation in recent history. Violation by those sworn to uphold the law. Sounds unbelievable, but this 3-year-old spent nearly 2 weeks in prison meant for adults. The child was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Police came to arrest his father and aunt in a robbery case. There was no one else at home, so he was also taken to the police station. The child stayed in lockup till the case was taken up by a magistrate. Shockingly, the lower court judge sent him to jail as well. It was only after the child's mother approached the Madras High Court that the 3-year-old was released. A clear case of systematic failures at all levels. Why did the cops take the child to a police station in the first place? Why was the child held in a lockup at the police station? Why did the judge sentence the 3-year-old to prison? Why did the prison authorities not refuse to take in the child? The shocked Madurai bench of the Madras High Court has issued notices to the magistrate and ordered the Tamil Nadu DGP to take immediate action against the cops involved. The child, meanwhile, is still in shock, having spent 12 days away from his mother with hardened convicts in a jail. With Pramod Madhav in Chennai, Bureau Report, India Today.
A former First Lady, Senator and Secretary of State, Hillary Rodham Clinton is now the first woman US presidential candidate. She created history by clinching the Democratic nomination. She will now face the grand old party's Donald Trump in an epic battle in November, which is going to be a watershed moment in US politics.
And I can't believe we just put the biggest crack in that glass ceiling yet.
Hillary Diane Rodham Clinton was born on October 26, 1947. She grew up in a middle-class home in Illinois, a suburb of Chicago. Hillary attended Wellesley College and then enrolled in Yale Law School, where she was one of just 27 women in her graduating class. It was in law school at the Yale Library that she and Bill Clinton first said hello.
I married my best friend. I was still in awe after more than 4 years of being around her at how smart and strong and loving and caring she was.
Bill was elected president in 1992 and re-elected in 1996. As First Lady, Hillary led the fight to provide all African Americans with affordable health care and started the much successful Children's Health Insurance Program. In 2000, Hillary made her foray into government service. She became the first woman to serve as a US Senator from New York. In 2006, she was re-elected to the US Senate with 67% of the vote. Expanding her ambitions in 2008, Hillary ran for president.
I have an election that is in front of me. I want to win re-election in New York. I feel very strongly about the work that I'm doing, and I hope I can command a majority of the voters. And there's a lot of work to be done.
Although she lost the race, President Obama asked Hillary to serve as his Secretary of State. Stepping in those shoes, she fought for women's rights, brokered a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, and was a forceful champion for LGBT rights in the United States. On April 12, 2015, Hillary announced her campaign for president, and now on 27th of August 2016, she made history in the United States by becoming the first woman to be nominated for the race to the White House. Bureau Report, India Today.